Oh, soon. Well, actually, no, not you soon. You, today. Me, you. But first... What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys... I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope everything is good in your hood. So, today, we're starting things off a little different. Starting off by taking the fiance's SQ5 into the shop to get a brand new passenger front tire, even though the one we have literally has like 1,000 miles on it. She hit a curb, bulged the tire. Now it's bubbling from the sidewall, which I don't know if you guys know much about tires. I don't know too much, but I know when that happens, it's basically like you've destroyed the inside of the sidewall, which is no good. You don't want that. So it ruins the integrity of the sidewall. So we're heading to Audi right now because, believe it or not, they have the cheapest price on these tires, which is pretty amazing. And regardless of that, they're 21-inch tires, which are really hard to find. So we're going in there to get one new tire put on so she can have her car back and be safe and everything be good to go. Car stuff. But let's see if they have any sick inventory in there. I mean, sometimes they have an R8 or something special in there, so see if they have anything sick. All right, SQ5 taken care of, good to go. So we got that fixed for the fiance, for the wifey. She's gonna be happy. Now it is time to get the S2K underway. Start grinding on this because I have so much to do to it and such a small amount of time. Time to get cranking, honestly, not much more to say. Alright, so I think the first thing I need to do is get this thing back up in the air. We're to the point now to where I have everything marked on the new engine, where it goes on the chassis, so I know where the grounds go, the positive, everything like that. Yeah, like I said, I think the next thing will be to get this in the air and then maybe work on getting new engine on the engine hoist and also getting things like the motor mounts installed in this, and then also dropping the front subframe 3 inches that you need to install the motor and the trans together, or motor and trans separately, but you have to have that drop 3 inches. So first things first, let's get this up in the air. Alright, just like that. She's all jacked up and shaken, shake tested. I don't know, I made sure she was stable. So that's good. Alright, here's the first thing I got, just because it's super easy to do, and mine was pretty gross. Just cabin air filter. So that just goes back in here after you take this, I don't even know what it's called, after you take this off. And this just literally pops out with this guy. Good to go. You can see that just pops in there like that. Kind of clips into spot, so it's easy. This obviously is protecting it from where this falls off, so that's perfect. The easy job for the day is done. Actually, no, it shouldn't be bad. Now I'm going to work on getting the motor mounts installed, engine mounts, and those shouldn't be hard either. I'm not sure if they're sized, if they're right or left, so let me open them up. I also ordered the stoppers, the metal plates that sit on top of the engine mounts. Woo! Nice and shiny new engine mounts. Looking good, looking good. All right, so these are definitely the exact same. I'm guessing they just go in angled toward, if you look these have a little bit of a angle to them. So I'm assuming they go in angled towards the car, and that's how it would sit. I'll double check on that though. All right, so quick note on engine mounts, the metal coverings that come with, or they don't come, they're actually extra, you have to buy them, but they have a right and a left on them. You're gonna look at that like you're sitting in the driver's seat facing this way. So if you're sitting this way, then the left side would be the driver's side, the right side would be the passenger side. So just know that, because maybe you didn't know that. Oh, and the engine mount to the subframe, the front subframe, those nuts on the bottom are torqued to 40 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna get under there now and torque those nuts on there. All right, now that those engine mounts are in, I'm pretty sure the next step for me is to lower the subframe 3 inches. Again, that's 3 inches. I disconnected the steering column right there because that will go down. This part will go down with the subframe. All right, so situation update. As you can see from behind me, I kind of have it beginning to go in the car, but I'm just running into a lot of things on this side of the motor, on this side of the engine bay that are getting hung up, and this is definitely impossible to do on your own. You definitely need someone lowering the engine while you kind of help guide it in there. So my fiance is kind of busy right now. So that means she can't really come out and help me. So I'm kind of stuck right now at an impasse. Again, to get this thing in the car, I don't think it'll be too tricky, but there's a lot of things that I didn't see where they went, where they connect to. So that's gonna be the only part. I'm gonna have to ask a lot of questions and try and figure it out, because it does upset me that I wasn't able to see where a lot of this stuff went. But for right now, she's looking good. We're getting close. All I have to do is wait for my extra set of hands to get here, and then we should be good. All right, I got my second set of hands coming in. I'm gonna give it another shot here. I think I can get it close. Wiggle down in there, we'll see. Oh man, so it's the next day, and you know what? I'm gonna have to end this one here without getting the motor put in, because I don't have my extra set of hands today. My fiance isn't able to raise and lower it, and you know the issue is the angle at which the motor is being lowered into the car needs someone to push it back just a little bit, and I can't really do that and lower it at the same time. So I'm gonna have to wait, because I really want to get videos out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's really what I've been trying to do, and really stick to that schedule. And I would rather not mess up the consistency just because I wasn't able to finish this. So hopefully my goal is still to get the engine put in by the end of the month. Not running, not connected, just in the car by the end of the month. So hopefully that'll be done. Hopefully I'll get her helping hand here. If not today, maybe tomorrow. If not, I will have more videos coming out. I'm doing stuff with the M3. Like I said before, we have the track day coming up on COTA mid-March. I have a big brake kit that I'm going to be installing on that. And I also need to take care of my tire rubbing issue before I get started, or before I go on a big track like COTA. So if you're new to the channel, guys, smash that subscribe. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. If you like this type of video, more time lapses, things like that, give it a thumbs up so I know, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.